What is risk management and how do you work with it? Let's dive into this video in more detail. What risks does a beginner face in a trade? What should you do if you already have some experience? How can you take the maximum risk if you're confident in your trades? And most importantly, we'll go through a step-by-step plan on how to build your own risk management strategy that leads you to profit. Let's go! By the way, a little bit about risk management. To properly withdraw your money, you also need to base it on a percentage. I have a working deposit, $160,000. So here's the question, what balance can I withdraw to comfortably leave my amount on the balance? That amount is up to 20%. Actually, it's up to 30% depending on your balance and your needs. For me, 20% is acceptable. Let's withdraw 30% of my deposit. So let's calculate how much 20% of my deposit is. $164,000. I need to multiply by, that's exactly it, 20% of my deposit. And as you can see, it's $32,800. I will withdraw this amount, and this is the amount that will not interfere with or affect my working deposit in any way. I will continue to trade calmly from $32,000. This is just a nice bonus. I can say that with my percentage as I click the continue button. And as you can see, the withdrawal was successfully sent. And at the end of this video, I will attach a screenshot from my wallet. If, of course, I don't forget. I will also duplicate the output in the BoosterBot's Telegram channel, so make sure to subscribe to find out how quickly I withdrew a pretty significant amount from the broker. And now I'm going to start trading. I can trade at 3%, or I can trade at 2%. Let's see how much that is, $2,600. Let's set that number. Let's just round it off so everything looks nice and neat. $2,600 is 2% of my balance. Yeah, you need to understand that if you're just starting out, then you need to take a bit more risk. And let's look at the least risky way. This is about testing strategies and how to make money with returns of 3 to 5%. For this, we need to choose currency pairs that have a good, either downward or upward movement. Definitely not sideways, since that's already the next stage of trading. Here, we need either a downward or upward movement. Let's choose the British pound to dollar. I'm heading over to the BoosterBot, picking this currency pair and selecting the time for the trade. 1 minute. Since there are really good trends here, you can make money really quickly. I'm getting a sell signal, and right from here, I'm opening a sell trade on that impulse. The very first thing you need to understand is 3 to 5%. That's while you're building your risk management, while you're just starting to trade. When will your strategy strengthen to give you at least 70% winning trades? Then you can start risking 10 or 15%, since you'll never lose your money at that point. That's why I advise all beginners to open more trades, but with less risk. Moreover, the BoosterBot in its basic settings, even if you haven't customized it for yourself, will still give you about 70% winning trades. Since this is artificial intelligence, it learns from each of our open trades. And there are already over 20,000 users on this platform. This, I think, is a very successful result, and we can see that people really trust this robot. By the way, right now you can activate this bot using the link in the description and start earning with it today. Therefore, follow the link in the description and activate this bot. And if something isn't working or you have any questions, just message the support account. You'll find it in the description and in the pinned comment. Now, let's move on to 10 to 15%. What kind of trade should I open here? And unfortunately, because of the limitations of Pocket Option, I can't open trades for more than $5,000. I need to upgrade my account settings, but we can open a trade for 10%, and that would be a $13,000 trade. We can do this pretty well. For this, I need to set $5,000 for the trade and open 3 trades of $5,000 each. To take that kind of risk, I need to set 5-second candles, since I want to grab the best entry points. I'm choosing this candle time. I have the chart fully set up, and now I need to pick a very fast currency pair that has very high volumes. The Euro dollar and the Euro Australian dollar will work. Let's open a trade for a full $15,000 on this currency pair. I'm choosing this currency pair. I'm going to the bot booster. I'm choosing this currency pair, and I'm choosing a 1-minute time for the trade. I'm getting a sell signal, and now I'm carefully opening 3 sell trades. Let's keep an eye on this trade since it's open for a full $15,000. So overall, I can make $10,000 in pure profit from just one trade, with returns between 10 to 15%. This is the next step where you can take risks, and for that, you need the best entry points and experience. Without experience, it would be pretty risky and quite foolish to take on those kinds of percentages. Therefore, open such transactions only when you are already confident, when you have a strategy, or when you can say, made friends with and set up the BoosterBot, since it can be set up in such a way that it will give you about 80% positive trades. Again, to find out more about this, write to the support account, or just subscribe to our Telegram channel, where we share this information every day. And just look, I'm making over $10,000 from one trade. Just think about that. And my deposit is increasing by almost 10% from just one trade. Just think about that. So the next scenario we'll look at together will be during some news events or specific situations where you're really confident in your trade. Then you can open your trade at a full 20 or even 25%. Let's look at the situations where this can happen. The very first thing is news trading. We get a huge amount of news every day. If you're confident about those percentages and where the price is headed, meaning if the percentage is positive, we're going to see a huge upward momentum. If the rate is negative, then there is a huge candle for a decrease. If you are confident in these situations, then you can trade from 20 to 25%. The second case, when you can do this, is when you're confident in the product. For example, this is our Elite Club, where we give out quality signals every day, where our professional traders sit and trade together with our community. In such situations, you can also be sure, since we have quite a few negative transactions, this is about 10%, maybe even less depending on the market in such situations. Yes, you can open deals for as much as 25%, but I also recommend talking to our managers first. So to speak, get permission to do this, because it is very important to understand that risk management can lead you to success. Well, it can also take everything away from you really quickly. The most optimal percentage is 10 or 15%, and let me explain how this works in the next trade. I choose the currency pair euro to dollar, and I select the same currency pair in the booster, BOT, and I get a buy signal. You can open a buy trade right from here. Check it out. The most optimal percentage is 15%. Because if you have statistics of 70 positive transactions, then with risk management of 15%, this is already a plus. Even if you hit 3 losses in a row, you'll still be in the green in the long run. Just give it a try. The most important thing is to find your percentages. Some people start trading with 5%, and that's enough. Some people jump right in at 10%. While others are totally fine trading at 25% right off the bat. These are all different strategies, different risk managements. I advise you to choose one that's really your own. How do you do that? First, you need to find a strategy. You find a strategy, and then you start testing different trades. So, test everything first and then choose your risk management. You can test your working strategy starting at 5%, then at 10%, and then at 15%, and you'll understand which percentage works best for you. As you can see, even at 3% with a large deposit, you can trade very quickly. I withdrew $32,000 and I already have $150 in my balance, so I just need to make up literally $10,000 and I'll get my balance back. And basically, that's $30,000 for the video. But that's really risky in my case. I prefer to play the long game. You can use 2 strategies. You can use small percentages, for example, 5% in 20 trades. You can use 10% for 10 trades. Or you can go with 20% in just 5 trades. I definitely recommend that you start with the first option, since you'll be practicing and building your experience. And only after that, you can start using the second and third strategies. Just a reminder that the booster bot is available. Make sure to subscribe to our Telegram channel through the link in the description. That's all I have for today. See you soon. And right now you can see the screenshot of the withdrawal.